Hi, it's LeJanaro back with another video. I would like to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and everyone who keeps coming back each time I post a new video. So today I want to show you how I get and make dolls using Creative Fabrica, and I upload them to Cricut and make them into stickers. So I love using dolls in my planner spreads. Not so much my Erin Condren hourly, but in other things that I do, like my social media planner and then my daily sheets that I make occasionally. I love adding a cute little doll. Since I sew and I had so many blog pictures, I used to blog heavily. I still have my website. I still have my blog up. And I used to blog a couple of times a week, the different outfits that I would make and take pictures and everything. So I've even started to send those photos over to someone at Fiverr, and they create dolls for me out of my photos. So I love that. But I also like to get dolls from Creative Fabrica, Etsy, design bundles. There are a lot of different places you can get dolls and use them in your spreads. I'll be talking about more of the personal use side, not so much the commercial use size, because commercial use can get kind of tricky. You have to read what the artists, what they are allowing you to do, and every artist is different. So that's something that you'll have to dive in. Even though Creative Fabrica does have personal, commercial, and full print-on-demand use, you really do need to dive into their license to make sure you're doing the right things with the products. So here's Creative Fabrica. I do have an affiliate link for Creative Fabrica. There is no extra cost to you. It just gives me a little kickback if you decide to use my link. But right now they're running a deal, and it's $4.99 a month. But it looks like it's billed annually for $59.88. That's a great deal. I might need to take advantage of that myself, because right now I'm on, I think, a $9 deal with them. It was a deal that they had last year, because it used to be, I think, $29.99, and then it went to $19.99. So when it went down to $9.99, I did that, and I paid $9.99 a month. But this particular $4.99, I think, is only billed annually. So that's something to look into if you like to use a lot of fonts and graphics and different things like that. If you are running a business, that'll be a good thing as well. But I'll add my Creative Fabrica link to the description box below if you want to check it out. So I will come on Creative Fabrica, and usually I'll type in something like fashion doll, and I'll see what results come up. So you have a lot of different results come up. The more specific you are, the better your results are. So let's say you're looking for African American fashion doll, or you can put fashion girl. So these are some things that came up. And usually when I'm looking up different things and something comes up, I'll just go ahead and click on the designer, and it'll take me to their page. Let's see, fashion girls. If you're looking for more of a variety, you can just type in fashion girls, and you get more of a variety, different skin tones and different things like that. So once you find what you're looking for, you can click on them. So sorry about that noise in the background. I don't know why my smoke detector is going off. And it'll tell you, different, if they have different photos and everything, you can see the different photos. It says commercial and full print-on-demand usage allowed. Because I'm in a subscription, this says download, so I can download anything on here. But usually, if you're not in a subscription, it will have the price that you would pay here instead of download. All right, you can add it to your favorites. And here it gives you the details of what you're going to get. And then it gives you different things you can do with it. You can print on fabric, planner stickers, paper crafts, blog designs, printable invitations, so on, so on, so on. So you find one you like, you buy it, or if you're in the subscription and you download it, and then you go to my profile and hit my downloads. And then you will download. Now, if you're in the subscription, once you hit download on the other page, it'll automatically download to your downloads folder on your computer. But if you buy it, you have to come here to my downloads and download it. So let me pull up some of the fashion dolls that I have purchased and then get them over to Cricut Design Space so I can show you how I add the offset and then make stickers. Before I do that, I'm back on the page with the dolls. Here are the license, the terms and the license of how you can use these. So you can just click on including commercial license or read about our license. And it does tell you, see if I can get it. Well, maybe read about our license. Okay, there we go. And it tells you about the subscription license and the single sales license, which is a one-time payment. All right. I'm just going to look there. Right. And it tells you what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. All right. So definitely check out the license if you get some things on Creative Fabrica and Etsy and other sites as well. So whenever I get dolls from Creative Fabrica, they download into a zip file, and I just create folders on my computer and documents. This one is Fashion Girls 3. So I just create folders and put them in there so I can easily find them for what I want to use them for. So okay, so I found some that I want to download so I can show you from start to finish the whole process. So this is a creator called Queen's Colors, and she has a lot of different fashion girls. She has men. She has planner sets for clip art. So everything kind of matches up. So you can come to this person's page on Creative Fabrica and match up different things like that. I was looking to see, yep, she does have different skin tones in some of her girls and some of her men. So she's added new stuff since the last time I've been on here. So this is a great resource, especially these planner sets. Like if you want to make a sticker kit or something for yourself, planner related sticker kit, you can use these elements in your sticker kit. Again, do read her her information on what you can and can't do with the art. But usually on Creative Fabrica, you can use it for commercial use. Just make sure you use the read the commercial license. But I have found a select few people who don't like you to do certain things with your art. With their art, sorry. There's one person on here I know, she doesn't allow you to basically use her elements and then make a sticker kit. It's kind of hard to explain, but she sells digital papers and planner elements, planner icons. So you really can use her stuff to make a whole sticker kit. But she doesn't allow you to actually sell stuff with her elements in it. It's for personal use only, basically. And people were questioning it, saying that because it's listed on Creative Fabrica and it says it includes commercial use, they were kind of questioning why she said that. But I never read into it anymore. But anyway, that's what I mean about making sure you read what the artist has in their area before you download anything. that you want to use for commercial use. All right, so you pick what you want. It'll either tell you a price here, or if you're under the subscription, you hit download, and it will download here at the bottom. This is how it does on my computer. I know Apple is a little different, and I know that Microsoft Edge is a little different. Microsoft Edge, I think the downloads are up here in this area. But I'm going to let this download, and I'll be right back. All right, so now that it's done downloading, I just click on it. And it does open up the PNG here. I can either right click and cut this and then put it in my files that I created here, or you can hit extract all and then you choose what file you want to put it in. So since I did right click and cut, I'm just going to do right click and paste. That way it'll be here. So it's probably going to take a few minutes, so I'm going to use some dolls that's already downloaded. Right, so I have Cricut Design Space already open, and I go to New Project. Right, so here's my blank canvas. I hit upload, upload image, and then you can drag and drop a file, or you can browse a file. So let me see. I've never really done drag and drop, so let me see. Thought that would make that a little smaller. It did not. All right. Okay. Just gonna open this up. I got way too much going on over here. Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna grab one and drag it over and see if it works. I've never done the drag and drop. So there we go. Okay. I think it worked. Yep, it did. Okay. Or you can do the old-fashioned way and just hit upload, browse, and find it on your computer. So when it comes here, I hit complex. All right, I'm not sure where my recording stopped, but hopefully you saw the drag and drop that I did. If not, I'll try to breeze through it again. But once you get your file uploaded, it'll come to this screen. I hit complex because there are a lot of colors. I hit continue, and this is a PNG, so it already has a transparent background, so you don't have to do anything here. If it had a white background, you would just click the background and the white background will go away. You hit apply and continue. Then make sure you hit print and cut. That's the most important. Right? And then hit upload. Right? And then it will upload your image. You click on your image, hit add to canvas, and it's going to come on pretty big. So I usually just change the size. So like I said, it comes on pretty big. So I just go up here to size, and I just always start out with 2 with the width, and I press enter, and it'll just bring it down enough for me to see it. All right. Okay, so I said in the other part of the video I'm going to go back and do the upload again because my video stopped and I have no idea where it stopped. So I want to make sure you saw the upload part. So in Cricut Design Space, after you hit the new project button, you get your blank canvas. You hit upload, upload image. You can either do drag and drop or you can do browse. I did drag and drop last time, and that's when the video I think that's when the video stopped. But anyway, all right, so you browse to where you saved your girls, and then you choose the one you want, hit open. You come to this page, hit complex, continue. It's already a transparent background, and how you know is the little checkers back here in the back. Apply, continue, print, then cut, upload. And then once you get everything you want to upload, you just click on it and hit add to canvas. All right. All right, so I'm going to add the rest of them and I'll be right back. But it comes on big like this, just like the other one. So I just click on the width and I just hit 2 and just take it down enough so I can see the full thing. But I'll be right back. All right, so once I have all the dolls on that I want, I go ahead and add the offset. But before I do that, Cricut Design Space, I learned over the weekend that you can now print and cut a bigger area. It used to be 6.75 by 9.25. Now you can do 8.5 by 11, as well as, I want to say 11 by 17, but I'm not sure about that second number, 11 by 17. But you can print and cut bigger sizes now in Cricut Design Space. But there's you have to do some things to Cricut Design Space. First, I'm not going to do them in this video because I haven't actually tried it myself yet. But you have to switch over to beta, and you do that under, let me see. So you hit the 3 lines, go down to settings, and you change it, whatever it's on now, you change it to beta. Because it's still in the test phase, but I see people using it all on Instagram, so it must be working. All right, there's that. But for this video, I'm going to do the regular 6.75 by 9.25. All right, so here's one of the dolls. I'm going to hit offset. And it always pops up at 0.25, right? So I go down to 0.050, right? Or 0.05. And I hit apply. And on here, you want to see if there's any like contour spots. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but this little spot here, if I leave that there, Cricut will cut that little spot, that little blue spot right there where my arrow is going up and down. And I don't want that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change it to, take this 0 off. I'm going to change it to 0.075. Right? And that way it ensures that that little blue space is gone. And if I want to play with it a little bit to see if I can get that offset smaller, I'll do 0.065. All right. And it looks like I don't have it there, so I'll leave it at 0.065 and hit apply. Right? So when you hit apply, it's black. You come up here to the little black square, find white, and then what you want to do, you want to click and drag so you are highlighting the girl and the offset, and you'll see it over here that you have both highlighted, and hit flatten. All right, and you do the same to the other girls. So since I already know that 0.065 works, when you hit offset, it saved that. So all you have to do is hit the offset and hit apply. Change the color to white. Click and drag. So both the doll and the offset is selected. Hit flatten. All right. Did I say flatten in the other one or attach? I can't remember. All right. I'm going to do the rest of these and I'll be back. But make sure you hit flatten, not attach. Right. All right, so I have the offset around all of the dolls. You can't really see it because it's white. But here's something I like to do to make sure that I have them as close together as I can get them. Because because you want to get as many on the page as you can. So I just go to shapes and I grab a square and I hit arrange, send to back. So they're pretty close. And Cricut Design Space will cut that. So let me move down here. Right, same thing. All right, so I can get rid of this square. I'm just going to hit delete. All right, so next thing I do, I click and drag to select 4 of them. And I like for mine to be at least 4 by 6 because that's the size of my little sticker book that I store these in. So I select and drag to highlight the 4, and then I come down to either one of these squares, and then I drag it until you see the size change. Let me move it a little bit. There we go. So that's the size there. I drag it until it fits into that 4 by 6 size. Right, so I just make it a little bit smaller, like maybe 3.75, somewhere around in there. And they're still good sized dolls. I know they look small on here, but they're still pretty good size. All right. Once I do that, I get them to the size I want. I just hit attach because I don't want them to move. I want them to stay together. And I also want to do the same thing to these dolls. All right. So click and drag to select them. And I grab my little corner with the arrow and just take it down to it's a little bit smaller than 4 by 6. For the one that I use, I can do an equal 4 by 6, and it'll still fit. Because the little thing that I slide it in is slightly bigger than 4 by 6, but that's okay. Anyway, so I got it down, hit attach, and then I'm going to drag them up just a little bit because I want this to be on one sheet. Then I'm going to click and drag and select both sets. And then I make sure it fits into my 6.75 by 9.25, and it does. And I hit attach again because, again, I don't want it to move. All right, so I got all my dolls done and ready to print. I'm going to save it. You should probably do this sooner than I did, but you do want to save throughout the process. How you know your project is not saved? So I'll move these a little bit. You see that little star that came up? That lets you know your project isn't saved. So I'm just going to hit undo to take it back to save. All right, so now that we're ready, we do make it. Make sure whatever machine you have is up here. I'm using the Explorer Air 2. Hit make it. All right, so it's putting it on the mat. So you'll see how it'll print out. Do not hit mirror. You only use mirror when you're doing iron on vinyl. All right, hit continue. And it's looking for your machine up here, so it'll say please wait. But while it's doing that, you can hit send to printer. All right, so I take off the bleed and I use system dialog because I want to use my dialog box for my printer. I have more than one printer hooked up to this computer, so I want to make sure I choose the right printer and make sure all the settings are correct. Now yours may look a little different from mine, so don't look to follow these steps with this part right here in your system dialog. So I'm choosing my printer. I always go to preferences to make sure that is color and not black and white. Right. So I like to do best. Make sure color is selected. I hit OK and print. It will print, and then I will put it on my mat so it will be cut. You make sure I do kiss cut. So whatever setting that your Cricut uses to do kiss cut, make sure that that's what's here under base material set. It's different for different people. Some people have said with their Explorer Air 2 they use a setting called sticky note. I haven't tried that, but I find that this Iron On Plus works for me, and then I tweak some of the settings. But I think I did a video on that when I you know what, I think that's on my other channel, my sewing and crafting channel. Sorry. But I had to change this setting here under the default settings because it was cutting too deep into the paper. All right. If I remember, I'll link that video below. All right. So I forgot to tell you the paper that I use for these. I use the Online Labels Weatherproof Matte, and I print them on a Canon. It's a Canon G series printer. I'll link it in the description box below. So after the Cricut is done cutting, I just cut them down to size, and I put them in my little photo album I got from the Dollar Tree. And I just put them in, and it holds them perfectly, the ones that I've made. So I just slide them in through this top opening here, and this is how I store them. All right, so that is it. That's how I turn the fashion dolls that I get from Creative Fabrica, Etsy, wherever I get them from. That's how I turn these into stickers that I use in my planner spreads. Now these particular dolls I got from Etsy, so I will link the shop in the description box below. I think it's the Moon Girls shop on Etsy. I think that's where I got these, so I will link that shop below. But yeah, if you have any questions for me, put them in the comments and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post a new video, and I'll see you in the next one.